You know, I remember the simpler days, back when I would wake up and watch Naruto on Toonami, but I always wondered, how strong was Naruto? Salutations everyone, my name is Shadow Taurus and we're here for another video. So today's topic is one that came to me during conversation with my friend Dotbat. Link to his channel description since he inspired this video. Today's topic is how strong is Naruto during the first Chūnin exams during part 1. Now, Naruto gets a lot of flack during this time because he seems incredibly weak, but I'm here to prove that he's actually stronger than most people think and might even be the strongest genin during this arc. But that's enough introductions, let's first talk about his speed. Now, in this arc, Naruto has some surprising speed scaling. There are two main instances I want to focus on, the first being his fight with the Hyuga prodigy Neji. Now, it's implied in Naruto that Neji is much faster than Weightless Lee, as he frequently apparently fights and boxes against him, as even Lee was planning on using the gates as a trump card against Neji. That means that Lee didn't think his speed was fast enough to keep up with Neji. Naruto then proceeds to go and fight this Neji, who feels it's necessary to activate his Byakugan, and as we know, dojutsu amplify your physical capabilities. And real quick, to those who don't believe the Byakugan would amp his physical stats, the Sharingan and the Rinnegan both amp your physical stats, so unless you have a way to prove the Byakugan doesn't, then it's more logical to believe it does. Anyways, while fighting, Naruto is getting beaten during the fight, but it is very clear that he's not too far off from Neji himself, as Neji is not speed blitzing Naruto like Lee or Sasuke did Gaara. Furthermore, Naruto is able to put Neji into a position to where he could not dodge his attack in time. Had the speed difference between them been massive, as some people seem to believe, Neji would have been able to dodge this. This was scaled base Naruto's speed above both Weightless Lee and base Sasuke, potentially putting him as equals to Sharingan Sasuke. But Naruto's greatest feat in this arc is being able to intercept Gaara while he's partially transformed. Now, some of you might be thinking this isn't a speed feat, but you have to keep in mind that 1, Naruto had to be able to see Gaara moving, but also had to be fast enough to actually intercept him from reaching Sasuke, which would put him above Sharingan Sasuke. And again, to those who are going to say, oh, Sasuke was exhausted. Yeah, so was Naruto, as he just got off his fight with Neji. To put that into perspective, Naruto should scale above Gaara's automatic defense, which was able to block a close-range explosion back in chapter 131. The full calc will be in the description, but based on the calc, this would put Naruto's base speed at roughly 10,000 meters per second, or over Mach 29, which is high hypersonic. Now this is a low ball for his speed, as he should be much faster than Gaara's automatic sand, but this shows you just how fast he is. Now a lot of you might think and start typing that, oh, Sasuke could use his curse mark, but firstly, he would only get one attack before the curse mark paralyzes him, and second, based on the scaling, you could argue base Naruto might even be relative, if not equal to Curse Mark Stage 1 Sasuke, which is insane to think about. But based on speed alone, Naruto, especially against Gaara, should be the fastest genin. But what about strength? So when it comes to Naruto's strength at this time, it's fairly consistent. We see he was able to basically one-shot Neji, which you might say, oh, Neji took damage from the earlier class. And while yes, he did, we don't know how much, so I'd argue it's rather a minuscule amount, comparative to the punch Naruto did. As well, he was able to draw blood from a partially transformed Gaara, which is a very good strength feat for a single kick. So it's safe to say most if not all the genin during the Chūnin exam should get 1 to 2-shotted by Naruto. To give you a rough estimate on how strong Naruto should be at this point, a much weaker version of Naruto, while in a cube-enhanced state, was able to stop one of Orochimaru's large snakes. This has been calculated to be 3.8 kilotons, or small town level. Now, while a lot of you might say, oh, Naruto shouldn't scale to this, I disagree, as his speed should have increased to a relative amount to this version of himself, if not greater, so his strength should have increased to a similar amount. Furthermore, he was able to hurt partially transformed Gaara, which should put him on like 58 levels of attacks, and even Sasuke was only able to hurt him with Chidori. So to say small town level is very much fair. Now, for our last section, we're going to be just going over Naruto's jutsus in this arc, which is rather straightforward. His main jutsu in this arc is the multi-shadow clone jutsu, which allows him to make a number of clones, up to thousands if he's motivated enough. These clones can help him overwhelm opponents, but these clones are noticeably weaker than himself, so typically he uses them for distractions and to trick his opponents, as seen where he made Neji believe that the real Naruto went to the back of the pack to protect himself. But Naruto's greatest jutsu at this time was the summoning jutsu, allowing him in his most dire circumstances to summon the mighty Gamabunta. Now, whether or not you want to say Gamabunta wants to work with him is irrelevant, as by the end of the arc Gamabunta does end up working for him, so giving Naruto that is very fair. And Gamabunta here is a monster. He's able to slice off the arm of the One-Tailed and continue to fight him. Safe to say this is a monster. but that is all I have for this video. Remember, if you did enjoy, remember to leave a like and comment below your thoughts. Until we meet again, good luck in your power scaling endeavors.